And a lot of people didn't want to see D Rose at that time. A lot of people was missing games and acting like they were sick. And when he came in town, but he was special.
Welcome to Point Game with John Wall and C.J. Toledano, presented by DraftKings. Don't forget, DraftKings is your home for all the action across the NBA and gets you closer to the game we all love. The crown is yours. On today's episode, we are doing something a little different. We are answering your fan questions that you sent to us via our socials. So remember, if we use your question on the show, we will be sending you some Point Game swag. So stay tuned, watch the whole episode, see if we asked a question, and DM us, and we'll get that swag out to you immediately. Next week, we will be back with a very special guest, so stay locked in. Follow us on social. Give us those 5 stars and write a review with a question for John, and we might answer that, and more swag will be sent your way. First up, John answers a question from Ryan Joseph about how important the game versus North Carolina was to him when he played at Kentucky.
It meant everything to me, you know what I mean, just growing up being a Carolina fan and getting the opportunity to play them. And I just wanted to kill the whole game. Like, I just wanted to beat them so bad. And like the night before, I couldn't sleep. I mean, I'm up, just didn't sleep. And then I was really mad because we got off to a great start. We was kicking ass. And then the first play of the second half, I take a dribble, my whole body locks up in cramps. Like my whole body, I'm just standing there like this. I couldn't move. And they had to take me to the back, and they trying to give me IVs. And Coach Cal was like, "What the fuck is he at? Where is he at?" Because they was making a run like Carolina's coming back. And I'm trying to get an IV, but I just was so dehydrated. And it's crazy because all I was doing was drinking a lot of water, drinking a lot of Gatorade. But I realized then I had to eat bananas at halftime or bananas before the game. Then I had to get electrolytes in my drink. So like a drip drop, I got a drip drop in my water. So like I try to drink 1 or 2 of these every day to stay hydrated. But I finally came back in the game and we won the game. And it was big time for me. And then I remember John Henson telling me I had got an and one, a big time and one. I winked at Roy Williams. And he was like at halftime, he's like, he fucking winked at me. He fucking winked at me. So yeah, that was a big time game for me. I'm glad we got that win. And you know, just being on CBS, man, just having an opportunity as a kid growing up to be on CBS and play a school that you dreamed of going to and seeing play a lot, like that was special to me.
Giovanni Teddy B 92, they ask, what is your favorite post-workout meal?
Favorite post-workout meal for me is some shrimp and steak fried rice. I like extra shrimp, extra steak, extra shrimp, extra egg. I love that. Like love some fried rice, so I'm definitely getting that.
You got like a chef that's ready for you after?
Yeah, I got a chef. Shout out my chef Brian Lee. Shout out Chef Brian Lee. He making some bourbon chicken right now with probably some white rice and some string rings. You know what I mean? So nice. Great little dinner meal right there.
All right, next one. Mongwala asks, who was your favorite person to play defense against from a competitive standpoint?
My favorite person to play defense against Kyrie Irving. I mean, like I said, just being able to just catch and shoot out the dribble threes, mid-range, post-up floaters, his change of pace, his handles, just making it difficult, really make you lock into another level. I would say Kyrie Irving.
Cool. All right, this is from my buddy, huge Wizards fan, huge fan of yours, Broccoli House. He asks, what is your favorite all-time basketball shoe to play in? And I have a follow-up to this, too.
Ooh.
We got, hey, shout out to
Yeah, shout out for one. Mine's gonna be for myself because I had my own shoes. Shout out to John Wall ones with Adidas on. Those are my favorite shoes right there. You see the cherry blossom. But for me, I probably would say the Hyperrise Dunks. I got a picture of them. I think when I played at Carolina, like those might have been the most lightest shoes I ever played in, most comfortable shoes, and I really really miss those shoes. I wish I could still wear those. I wish I could find some because those were the most lightest shoes I ever wore.
Well, can I ask, so you had a signature shoe, which is like, you know, a lot of players don't get to do that. Did you get to like have a say in designing your shoe?
Yeah, I had a lot of say so. Like I remember my first one, Reebok, I didn't have a say so. The second one I did, you can see I had like the 11 on the side of them, a Kentucky on it. Then I had a Holy Rams pair. I had a lot of say so on a lot of them, like the John Wall ones you see right there. Those are the cherry blossoms for DC.
Yeah.
I had what I had the Grinch Stole Christmas, the green ones. Then I had the Halloween ones. Yeah, I had a lot of say so on a lot of stuff I did, so it was definitely dope and fun while I had that time doing it.
It's an underrated classic. Okay. Next question. Tyreek J261 asks your favorite Bradley Beal moment. So your longtime teammate Bradley Beal. Do you have any funny stories or moments that you really look back on with Brad?
Um, that's a good one, man. I have a lot of dope moments.
Anything you guys might have said to each other, like in the heat of the battle, you know?
Oh yeah, well we always challenge each other. Like you know what I mean, no matter what, we always challenge each other. But I think I say my dopest moment is 2014 winning our first playoff series, and it was Game 5 going back to Chicago. We was up 3-0, lost Game 4, and going back and just putting a smile on our faces for us being young guys, our first time ever in the playoffs and winning a series like that on the road and being that type of environment. I think like that's a special moment for me right there is winning that one there.
Cool. All right. Last fan question. Jeremy Fishbane asks, you're an NBA GM. Say you're an NBA GM right now. Who do you take in this year's draft between Reed Shepherd or Rob Dillingham?
Well, hopefully one day I will be an NBA GM. That's my goal.
Yeah.
But for me, it depends on what I need at that time being for the team. You know what I mean? I think if I need a true point guard to run my team, I'm taking Reed Shepherd. If I need a microwave, somebody that can come get me a bucket, instant offense anytime, and I need a clutch moment, you can go either one with clutch moment. But if I need a bucket and I need a microwave off the bench, like a Lou Will, Jamal Crawford, or those type of guys, I'm taking Rob Dillingham. And shout out to Reed Shepherd for winning the freshman of the year. You know what I mean? Only 3 people ever did that. Me, AD, Reed Shepherd. So shout out to Reed Shepherd for winning that. So he in a special category with us. So that's dope.
Okay, this is from Instagram Umbrella Stories. So John, what was your first welcome to the NBA moment?
My first welcome to the NBA moment.
Yeah.
I told you, I think I forgot the stretch. I don't want to say the wrong order or anything like that, but my stretch I played D Rose, Darren Williams, Russell Westbrook, Rondo, Steve Nash, in like a 5-game stretch.
That's great.
And this is
That's
when like
crazy.
point guards was real point guards, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they was really going to get it. Those guys was all gifted in different ways. This is when I had to guard the point guard. I couldn't guard no other position. And Steve Nash had won like I think 10 for 10 or 11 against me. And I was like, man, what the fuck? Like, how do I stop this guy? But this is when he's running pick over Amari Stoudemire, and he would always keep his dribble under the basket. Like, he was very difficult. You know what I mean? This was my rookie year was D Rose MVP year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always tell him like he's the hardest guy that I had to guard at that time. You know what I mean? In my career for sure.
Did you think about that? Like you had mentioned, we were talking about it before, that you decided to play for Coach Cal because you saw what he did with D Rose at Memphis. So what was like sort of your mindset before that first matchup? And then did you have to like learn how to guard him over those years?
Yeah, I tell you, like when I was watching D Rose play, he was I think he was playing Oklahoma in the guard, I'm not mistaken. And just the way Cal let him hoop, he was free. I was fast, athletic like him. And I was like, damn, that's the school I'm going to. Like I already had it in my mind, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I have to meet Coach Cal. I have to go visit the school, see how it is to make sure that it is the right decision, you know what I mean? But from where I look from the point of view of mine, so watching from the TV is perfect. And yeah, I think over the years, I figured out ways to guard him a little better. But also, I think the injuries kind of changed his game a little bit. But before then, it was like, damn, what do you do? Like, same thing you kind of would do with me is like, hopefully he's not making jump shots that night. You know what I mean? But even when he wasn't, he still was relentless at getting to the basket. He had a master float off 2 feet. So he was just a difficult guard to deal with. And then the team he had was so perfect. I mean, those guys defended at a high level. And they knew their offense flew when he flew. So he was getting shots up. He was making the right plays. He was making movement. So a lot of people didn't want to see D Rose at that time. A lot of people was missing games and acting like they were sick and when he came in town, but he was special.
Wait, is that real? You really heard people acting like they were sick or sat out because D Rose?
Bro, a lot of people would like the time he was on, bro, like a lot of people didn't want to see D Rose.
Yeah.
No, a lot of people didn't want to see D Rose.
That was a sneaky, like, incredible team. Like
That's
Noah,
what I was saying.
Dang,
Like they
like,
had the right pieces. You know what I mean? They had Noah, they had Boozer, they
yeah.
had Lou Aldang, they had Keith Bogans was there at one point. Then they had Jimmy
Mm-hmm.
Butler come in. So like they had Kurt Heinrich was there, one of my greatest vets of all time. Kurt Heinrich. Like they had the right pieces. Todd Gibson was there off the bench. Like they had the right pieces. They was the right there, and like it was trying to get past that Miami team at that time. You know what I mean? That was the one team they was trying to get past, and I think like they was getting to the verge of that.
Dope. Okay. Next question. This is from Kale Broach on Instagram. What's the biggest piece of advice you could give to the new generation of hoopers?
My biggest advice would be continue to work on your game for sure, but also play a little bit, play some pickup. Like you know what I mean, like just working out all the time. I think that helps give you the fundamentals and the master things. But you can play pickup a little bit here and there. You don't have to play too much. I think back in the day, that's all we did was play pickup or anywhere, anytime we wanted to. AAU, we played probably 3 games a day, 4 games a day. But just don't get caught up until like now you can make money in high school, you can make money in college. Don't let that take you over the head. Stay grounded. Make sure you listen to your parents, get your education, and just work, man. Like, just don't do things for highlights on YouTube. Just don't try to make the best mixtape. Try to do this for highlights every play. Just play the right way, play fundamental, and do the little things that get you where you want. And then prepare yourself for college because it's a different beast than what you think it is.
I mean, do you think your career would have been different if you were playing in this day and age of social media? Like early on, we're talking like those later years in high school and college.
No, I think my career would still be the same. I mean, like
Yeah.
without the injuries, I think I still had a heck of a career so far without my injuries. And they just better be lucky that I did have injuries. I mean, I was at the point of 2016, 2017 at the peak of my career, like getting to where I really was who I wanted to be and getting better and better. So, I mean, you can't control what God plan is and having injuries and things like that. But no, I think my career still would have been the same. I just think you would have seen me more on TV. You had NIL deals and things like that. But other than that, I wouldn't take anything back from where I came up and where I played and the era I came into because I enjoyed it. I loved it. And it made me who I am.
Dope. Okay. All right. Staying on Instagram here. This is from Same Old G. What would you say is your best single game performance in the NBA? It's been a lot of them.
I would say my best would be Game 6. I would say Game 6 for me for sure.
Break down that game. Yeah.
Game 6 closeout game in Atlanta. I just feel like we was playing well. We went up big that game. I think I had like 25, 22, 23 or 25 going into the fourth, if I'm not mistaken. And I just wanted revenge against them because the year we had Paul Pierce, I had broke my hand first half of that game and didn't know it. A lot of people don't know I finished the whole game and I had 5 fractures in the middle of my hand. And I feel like that was our year to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we ended up losing in 6. And Dennis Schroeder had posted a picture when he was looking and smiling at me after Game 5. After I blocked this shot and Al Horford got off his rebound to score, and they went back to Game 6 at home in DC, and they closed our season out, and I was mad. So like, man, I'm gonna get revenge. Like I have to get revenge. And I came in, I think I had like 20 something in the fourth, but I was just unbelievable, man. Like mid range after mid range, big defensive stops. My teammates setting great screens. They making big shots for me, and just telling them I said I'll be back. I mean, just saying I'll be back, and I closed that series out. And then we go to Boston after that. So I would say that would be my best performance for me because it was in the playoffs, a big moment, and then to score almost 20-something in the fourth, and then to close out a team that I feel like we should have beat before meant special to me.
Nice. Okay. Did someone was that Schroeder who said like your hand was hurt, so kind of attack that hand?
Yeah, which is you supposed to do. Like I have nothing but the utmost respect for him. Like we always had our battles where we trash talk a lot, and that's just the competitive nature in both of us. Like we both want to compete at a high level. I was who I was. He was becoming who he was in Atlanta. I mean, early on he was coming off the bench, then he ended up getting a starting role and being a great piece of that team and leading those guys to the playoffs. But yeah, he was like smack his hand every chance you get. Smack his hand, smack his hand. And like I would say the same thing for our team if we were playing and against somebody that has a hurt hand, anything like that. But I mean, my toughness, it didn't bother me. Like I was like, I'm doing whatever. I'm just trying to get back out here and hoop.
Cool. This is from @KurtNeal. What was your favorite Wizards jersey you ever wore? So like design wise, you had the MJ ones when you came in,
Yeah.
and then those like stripe ones. Which ones were your favorite?
Um, I don't really know, to be honest. Like everybody loved the old school ones, the ones that
Yeah.
MJ and them had. If I had to pick, I would say the gold one, but I don't think we ever got to wear those. But the gold one, the gold silk one, probably would have been the fireest one, but we never got the opportunity to wear those.
Do you think, like, I remember you had posted about when you got your Michelin Ness throwback.
Mm-hmm.
How big of a moment was that?
It was special for me, man. I mean, just to be a kid that loved wearing jerseys growing up, that still love wearing jerseys. Yeah. I have almost all the Michelin Ness throwbacks in my closet. So I wear them a lot during the summer, you know what I mean, being in Miami, shirt off, you know what I mean, just shirtless with all my tats out. I got there and I was like, damn, like I really have a Hall of Fame type jersey, you know what I mean? Like a Michelin Ness throwback, like kids are wearing it, people are wearing it.
Yeah.
And it was dope to me. So when I first got an award, I was super excited.
I love that you say you still rock jerseys, because I feel like a lot of NBA players, you'd be like, I'm not wearing another, player's jersey. So
if I'm not competing against the guy, I don't mind. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a difference for me. Like, I can be wearing Kyrie's, Paul George's, LeBron's, KD's. I could wear their shoes, but when I play against them, I can't wear them.
Yeah, okay,
you know what I mean? Like, it feel like why am I wearing them? I'm competing against them. I mean, I can wear them any other game, but this game I have to switch them up.
What was your favorite signature shoe aside from yours? Aside from yours and aside from Jordan's?
Kobe's, man. Kobe's is special. You know what I mean? Like, Kyrie had great shoes. I never wore his shoes, nothing against Kai. Mm-hmm. Ja Morant has a nice shoe now. I mean, I just would never wear another point guard shoe. That's just my nature of it. KD has nice shoes. But I would say the Kobe's for me, bro. Like, the most comfortable is for me. Like, when I started wearing them in 16, 17 season, like, Kobe's is what it was for me.
Favorite Kobe model?
The Grinches.
Yeah. I feel like that's what everyone's hooping in right now, and it's like it's been that way for the last few years.
Those are the I think those are sixes, right?
Yeah.
6s, 5s, and 4s, I think, are my favorite.
PG's been wearing the 4s a lot lately.
Yeah, so I think like the 6s, 5s, and 4s are my favorite Kobe's.
And just shout out to what Vanessa and like Nike are doing is what I like about the Kobe's now is like they're retroing them, but they're like updating them for performance. Like they call them Protros. And it's like, that's kind of like, I wish Jordans did that, right? And I know you've rocked like the 12s, the French Blues, I think, a few times. I remember seeing that, and I was always like, man, with your game, did it ever feel weird to be hooping in retros that may have not been like updated?
No, I was just hooping. I ain't care for real. Like me, I just wanted to hoop, and I was free to be able to wear whatever. So I wore Jordan 2s, I wore the 13s. I mean, I wore the He Got games. Like I was wearing shoes that people like, why? Probably I shouldn't have, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm wearing Jordans, I'm hooping.
Yeah. All right, let's do one more here. This is from It's Chance. What music do you listen to, and who's your favorite artist? Let's say like right now.
Lil Durk's my favorite artist right now.
Yeah.
That's my brother. Shout out Smirk, yo. For me, all time, my favorite artist is Lil Wayne. I mean, everybody knows that. You was riding in my car back in high school. It was the Carter 3. That's all you heard. I ain't listening to nothing else. But I listen to, you know what I mean, definitely got to listen to Future right now. Moneybagg Yo has ESTG. YTB Fat, Baby Drill. Huncho got the fire right now. I'm listening to Huncho. I'm listening to Rollo Rodriguez. You definitely got to put Lil Baby on there. So I just listen to a lot. Like, I got a lot of music on my playlist. I listen to a lot of music, so I'm kicked into that.
Dope. All right, this has been Fan Questions. Remember, if we read one of your questions and John answered it, hit us up in the DMs. We'll get you some hoodies and some hats sent your way.